We'll do 13 Ghosts next.
Dwa. That's 3, isn't it?
I think so. Don't let me
I
bore
don't
you.
know French.
Don't let me bore you with my knowledge of French. La Pizza. Soda Club.
Avec ses fromage.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna write the number 13.
Ma petite pamplemousse.
Ghosts. Because it's easier. But yeah, let's talk about the title first.
Yeah.
Because
that
it's
was
fine,
a
but
Y2K era thing where they had to ruin everything.
I don't like the way they spell it. I hate when movies do this.
Yep.
Well, I still like this movie, but let's talk about the title. It's spelled 13 Ghosts, THIR, and then the T is a 1, and then the first E in 13 is a 3. And it just doesn't look right to me. It doesn't make sense.
It's not even intuitive leap speak.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's stupid. But, you know, it exists, and that's the way it is. But that's my first note, and it's a negative one. But I did like this generally. I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah, when I was reading some notes about it, I was surprised by some of the things I found. Some people found the movie, like, physically uncomfortable to listen to.
The editing was uncomfortable for me sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't love the editing
like,
sometimes.
It made a lot of people uncomfortable physically, not psychologically.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And also the family is all Latin actors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you don't see all that often.
Yeah, that's true. Was the guy that plays Monk? That's like the dad.
Oh, okay.
There's a show called Monk. I've only seen a little bit of it, but he's like the main guy in that show.
And that's basically like the Saint, right?
And he's also in Spy Kids. That guy.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's gone. That's okay.
Bye.
No one wants to hear us talk about movies. That's okay. That's why we're gonna do last movie reviews, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking. We have it here. Did you say to do something else? Or to look up something? Or am I'm tripping out, I think.
Oh, I mentioned that I did look up this thing, and
Right.
it, like, was designed to make you uncomfortable.
Right, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Monk thing. This actor, that's what I meant. I wanted to look at this guy.
What's his name?
Arthur Criticos is the character's name, and Tony Shalhoub, he plays Minion on Spy Kids. He's like the villain in the first movie, and he's also Monk, which is a show that my mom watches, so I've seen a little bit of, but it's popular. It's popular generally. That's like his claim to fame. But yeah, he's in this. Who would you could debate that he's the main character, but Matthew Lillard is debatably the main character too.
It's his house.
It's not Matthew. It's that guy. What's the guy's name?
Well, dude face that you just looked up, Shulub or whatever.
Oh, well, they give it to him, yeah, but
yeah, he inherits the house. It's his house.
It's his house, but
and the house is really the main character.
Yeah, but we should talk about who it's from. It's Cyrus
his uncle.
So the movie starts off, and it's like in a car graveyard or something like that. I'm not exactly sure where it is.
A car graveyard?
That's what it looks like. There's a bunch of like cars everywhere. But there's ghosts here, I guess, and Matthew Lillard and this guy Cyrus. Matthew Lillard is a psychic. So he's been hired by this guy Cyrus to help capture these ghosts and basically enslave them and put them into a machine. What is this machine supposed to even do? I don't even understand. Open up the eye of the hell or something like that.
Yeah, bad things.
Something not good. But yeah, so and you need like one type of all these different kinds of ghosts.
Gotta catch them all.
Basically, and there's 12 they say, but then later we found out. I'm not gonna ruin and say what the 13th ghost is. But there's a little bit of a twist with that.
We've all seen 7.
7's really good. Whoa!
7 is better than 13 Ghosts.
What did I miss? My phone died. You missed Scooby-Doo 2 review. And possibly some music. I'm not sure when you left us. Exclamation mark killed Joe's phone. Exclamation mark revived Joe's BlackBerry. Anyways, welcome. Yeah, we're talking about 13 Ghosts.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, I had never seen this before, and this is the first movie, and hopefully the last movie that I rent on YouTube, because Stevie's wanted me to watch this for a really long time, and I finally did it. Because Stevie was like, "Oh, it's always on Tubi," and I was like, "Okay, we'll put it on the roster."
Except for this week.
And then I looked, I was like, "Oh, it's not on there." But you know what? We said we'd do it, so I said
It'll be on tomorrow.
I said that I would find it and watch it, and I rented it on YouTube. Anyway, 13 Ghosts. It's spooky, right? This is a spooky movie, and the basic premise is they're in this house with these ghosts. The ghosts get released, and you can wear these glasses to help you see the ghosts. That's the basic plot. And then, like we already said,
there's a lot of glass.
There's a machine that runs on the dead that opens up hell or something like that. And all the walls have glass, and there's Latin written on them, and some of them have like spells that mean that the ghost can't go through that wall. And there's like scenes where they take out the walls and are trying to like get through ghosts and stuff.
Use them as shields.
Yeah, and I thought that was interesting, and I haven't seen the original film, so I don't really know how
I haven't either.
close
I should check that out.
how close they are. Maybe we'll do that one another day. I think it's a Vincent Price film.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see, to compare and see how similar they are and what the differences are. But for now, all we got is this one. So there's titties in this.
Scooby 2, okay?
Scooby, go ahead.
Okay, so you were just said Vincent Price, right? Vincent Price is the voice of the guide character in the cartoon series, Scooby-Doo and the 13 Ghosts.
Okay.
So they might both be Vincent Price. I have more work to do.
Vincent Price. Oh, but yeah, I was just gonna say, there's titties in this technically, right?
Boobies,
There's a
angry princess.
There's an angry princess ghost, and she's naked, and she has. You see her boobies.
And they're nice boobies.
Nice boobies. So it gets all
cut up. But...
And this is an R-rated film, like I don't think I have said that actually, but it is. And there's there's gore, there's the titties as we discussed. The editing, it's a little much for me for some of it. When there's like they do really quick cuts sometimes, and it was a little too much for me. I don't really like that. Sometimes it can be done okay. Exactly.
They're running with the camera.
It's a trend of the era. One of those trends that I don't really like.
And that was like the start of the blue wash.
Like the color gradient? Yeah. It wasn't that bad in this though.
No, it was the start of the blue wash.
Yeah, that era. Yeah. No, I would agree with that actually.
And I do want to point out that there's an actual child in the movie, a character under age 10, right?
Yeah.
So kids don't get to die in movies.
And another rule
since the 90s-ish.
Yeah, and dogs is another one. People get mad. I mean, sometimes
that's...
kids and dogs die in movies, but it's like frowned upon a lot of the time. People don't like that.
Kids die from being sick. They don't get slashed, typically.
No, but I'm sure there's movies where kids get slashed up.
I just want to say,
I wasn't
worried for the kid.
I am in a basement. Yes, Joe Snow. Yeah,
I wasn't worried for the kid. I'm like, no, you're gonna survive because you're a kid.
Bobby, and yeah, they established that this kid likes dead or likes stuff to do with dead people, so it makes sense that they're going to the ghost house. But and I want to talk about something that I thought there is some good cinematography and shit in there. There was a good scene, and I thought this was a good way of showing this. I'm just gonna call him Monk, the guy who plays Monk. He's like the dad character. They show him and his wife watching his kids play out in front of the lawn, and they do a sort of camera move where it pans around and you see the kid, and it goes all around the house. But as it's going so slowly, you hear something happen. You hear, oh, there's been a fire. Oh no, the wife is dead. And it was an interesting way of doing that without showing anything.
Yep.
I thought that was good filmmaking. And then you turn around and you see him, because at first they're happy when the shot starts and they're looking at the kids, and then when the camera comes all the way around, he's sad, he's crying, she's gone. So that's a good way to set up his character, I thought.
Little traumatized child.
And then it sort of explains too why they're poor and why this is such a godsend, or it seems like a godsend when they get told, you've just been inherited a giant fucking house that you can live in. Which does seem really good on paper.
Yeah, they didn't mention the ghosts.
Yeah, no, exactly. I used to live in a basement. Basement club.
I miss basements. I'm in an attic.
Stevie lives in an attic.
It's awful.
Yeah. It's definitely different temperatures.
Yeah, you'll be crying in winter.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna.
I cried all summer.
I'm gonna buy like 9 packs of thermal socks from Dollarama and get super cozy.
Yeah.
I'm running out of shit to say about this movie.
Toasty buns.
But
alright, tell me how you feel about my idea that Lillard the psychic is Shaggy.
I think it's an interesting concept. I don't think it's true.
Well,
but
obviously no.
But I think it's just possible enough if they were to put them together, cross them over, if you will. And like you said, there's the 13 Ghosts TV show, so it's sort of in the same universe you could debate. But I don't think they'll ever do something like that. But you never know, the way they're fucking putting out shit, like Detective Pikachu and shit. You never know.
Right? Or like someone mentioned Scooby-Doo meets Kiss. Like, Scooby-Doo is a slut for pairing with everybody.
That's right.
He'll do anything for a Scooby snack.
Yeah, that's right. Don't you forget it. $42 million budget and a $68.5 million box office return. So, not amazing box office return, but it made money, and I think it became more of like a sort of cult classic for a lot of people, because this is renowned. I saw this movie.
It was one of those things that was on Super Channel all day, all the time.
I saw this movie in a meme that was like, chances are if you grew up in the early 2000s, you watched one of these 4 movies on repeat, and I forget what one of the other 3 were, but this was one of them, and it was other like early 2000s. Oh, Jeepers Creepers was another one of them, and then I forget what the others were. But yeah, I was like, and that was the only one out of those that I hadn't seen. So, and this is after Stevie had mentioned this movie, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking watch that.
Yeah, I never promised it's a good movie.
Oh, I thought it was actually at least decent. Like, it wasn't terrible.
Oh yeah, I didn't say it's a bad movie. I just said it's the Shaggy origin story.
And like, there is some CGI in this. It's to be expected, early 2000s.
Ghosts.
But it's a mix. It's still the era where they were still mixing practical and CGI, and I appreciate that, because like little things like, yeah, the big gears working around turning the house, that's CGI. Sure, that's okay. But they have like a little mechanism in the door. I think that looked real. That looked like they actually built a little key thing that opens up. Little attention to detail like that I appreciate and I like.
Long live practical effects.
Like I said, probably my main note, I already said it, that I didn't like about it was the editing was a little jarring at times, but that's honestly my main, possibly my only negative note. But yeah, that does take you out of it a little bit. And there's some funny like lines, but I like that. I can't remember that, but I remember laughing.
The kids were hilarious.
Yeah, I remember laughing at some of the shit the kids say.
Like,
oh, and
it's been a while for me, but
the nanny,
that.
Maggie the nanny has some fun. And at the end of the movie, she has a fun line. She's like, I'm fucking quitting. I'm done with this ghost shit. I'm fucking out of here. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, she's had enough.
So she was good. Let's actually look at the cast and see if there's anyone that
if I recall, she was
recognize.
Pretty badass inside the house.
Mm-hmm. She's There's a part where she's with Matthew Lillard and they're like finding out how to use the glasses and see the ghosts, and she accidentally like locks Matthew Lillard away from her for a bit, and then that's the whole part of this movie, is that everyone's like splitting up and they're often never all together at once. They're all trying to find someone at one point, but that's sort of the fun of the genre.
Yeah.
The cast here. Yeah, we talked about everybody super notable. Obviously, Lillard's the most notable, I'd say. And then Tony Shalhoub is Monk. But I have not much... I don't think I have anything else to say. You got anything?
I am impressed with this movie. It made
It's
an
good.
impression, and I recommend others watch it.
13 Ghosts, not 7 out of 10. That was for Scooby-Doo 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's rate it. I mean, that's a solid 8. There you go. Alright.